There we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome, Judy. And you're muted too. There we go.
A propitious beginning.
Got to remember that unmute button. Hey, welcome everyone to our Monday evening Live Younger community call for Monday, July 26th. This is Gregory Muscari up here I guess down here in Bozeman, because we got Judy up there in Canada on the line with us here this evening. And we're excited with what we have to share. We do these calls every Monday evening, and a lot of the information we share here is reflected in our weekly news you can use newsletter, which all of you should have. And if you don't, you make sure that you subscribe to our mailing list. But today is a very exciting day because behind the scenes, Judy, our creator of our Nitty Gritty 101 training website, I don't know if you're burning the midnight oil or, but I know you're putting a lot of time into this, Judy. And, really an exciting share for everybody today. And do you want to talk about, well, I'm going to read briefly from the newsletter. I'll turn it over to you. Tonight, we're going to showcase our brand new nittygrittybasics.com that Judy designed to more simply assist new distributors and their customers to get off to a solid and successful quick start. And Nitty Gritty 101 Nitty Gritty Basics contains only about 10 to 15% of the valuable content that's now been accumulated and contained in Nitty Gritty 101, but it's enough to get them started. As the old saying, not too much, but not too little, but maybe just right, so they can get started, but they don't get overwhelmed or confused. So I would like to suggest you think of Nitty Gritty Basics as your customer and distributor's first step in success. You send them there in the beginning, and then Nitty Gritty 101 is kind of step two when they're ready for a deeper dive, and there's lots more information in Nitty Gritty 101. So Judy, I know that this has been a true labor of love and joy for you, and I'm just so excited to be able to share this with everybody tonight.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Gregory. It's wonderful to be here. Do you want to bring up Nitty Gritty Basics?
Yeah, why don't I do that? Let me share my screen, and Nitty Gritty Basics, here we come. Drum roll. And there it is. Welcome to Nitty Gritty Basics.
Yes, and start from wherever you are and with whatever you've got. Jim Rohn, our wonderful American philosopher who shared so much with so many. I thought that image spoke to customers who are ordering patches for their own health benefit, and for distributors. Wherever you are, just start, and with whatever you've got, just go. And as I was saying earlier, Gregory, I realized afterwards that the image of the ocean and the wave tied right into LifeWave.
And the colors too.
And the color too, yes.
Yeah.
Let me do just a little flashback to the beginnings of nittygritty101.com. It was an evolution. So many people participated in the creation of that by giving feedback. As I like to say, listen like you've never listened before. We don't, okay, if you want to. So there we are. And right down to the bottom, we've got Nitty Gritty 101 is a more in-depth training and resource website than our nittygrittybasics.com, and it's designed for all Live Younger customers and distributors. So the impetus for Nitty Gritty at all comes from the collaboration with David Itkav, aka Sunwolf, and Lotus Lynn Nip. We put our heads together. We wanted to share just the basics with team members, and we called it the Nitty Gritty. And of course, over the months, it kept growing and growing and growing, thanks to all the resources that you, Gregory, and Robin have created for us. We would not have either website were it not for the two of you. So this is really a tribute to you and Robin. And I simply created a website. Robin facilitated, our Live Younger Facebook group. However, we were having many people who had left Facebook for many reasons, were not on Facebook for many reasons, and wanted a website.
Mm.
All right. So that was the absolute beginning of Nitty Gritty.
Mhm.
So Nitty Gritty 101 grew and grew and grew. You and I had spoken about creating something a little more streamlined, just essentials, the
Mhm.
basics. And the impetus for actually doing Nitty Gritty Basics came from Terry Werner, a new distributor. And she said, you know, Judy, and those of you who heard her interview on Words of 30 Minutes of Wisdom know how precise, clear, enthusiastic she is. And she said, you know, Judy, I'm going to be sponsoring people who don't have time for Nitty Gritty 101. They just want to know, how do I get started? How do I go fast? And I'll learn the details later. So once again, listening like never before, I created Nitty Gritty Basics. So we have many people to thank for its creation.
Mhm.
Is there anything you would like to say about this welcome page, Gregory?
Well, I just love the idea. I learned, there was a saying I learned years and years ago from one of my mentors. You feed the baby food, feed the leader food. And people have to start with the basics. And as you said, nitty gritty started out very basic and, oh, let's add this and let's add that. And we should add this and where are we going to put that? And pretty soon it became this robust resource with just answers just about any and every question somebody might ask. And and Darren Hardy, who's one of the previous publishers of Success Magazine, one of the premier personal development coaches in America, specializing in our profession of network marketing, says if you're answering a question, you should be pointing to a tool. And because then you're training people where to go to get what they need to know. And you've done such a great job with Nitty Gritty 101. It really has become a robust resource library with so much in it that I love you and I discussed it and Terry gave you that nudge and all of a sudden, Gregory, I want to show you Nitty Gritty Basics. It's like, boom, voila, here it is.
Here
So,
we are, and off we go. Yes. And
mhm,
I'm finding I'm using Nitty Gritty Basics all the time for
mhm.
brand new people, even for distributors who have been around for a while, because it's just the nitty gritty. I love that word. And
Mhm.
as we know, nitty gritty means the heart of the matter, and the Live Younger system is all about the heart. So here we have you'll love our Live Younger success system, just a great positive get going, lift off, shall we say, and what the Live Younger system is all about.
And let me
Then
just
we out,
comment briefly on that,
yes,
Judy, because
please,
one
whatever
of the
you want.
one of the things that's very important for people to know is we don't just have great products. We don't just have a great company. We have a great training and support system. We have a success system. And this is unique to our team here in LifeWave, the Live Younger Success team. And there are other teams that have other systems, but ours is, we're pretty proud of ours. It comes from the collective experience of Judy's decades of experience, my decades of experience, and many of our other field leaders that have been contributors to this. So there's really hundreds of years of talent and experience that's gone into creating the success system and the creating of Nitty Gritty. So, these are just some of the basic things contained within our success system. And as I like to say, if people just learned one thing, if they learn and do the daily method of operation, they can just fall forward and they're going to end up with a successful business. But, we also have our weekly Zoom calls and webinars like we're on right now. We have 2 private Facebook groups. We have various presentations and training materials available, and we have events to ensure your success. So, and it's all built around our 4-step proven plan of action, which is prepare, share, care, and enroll, which, I've learned over the years, and I know you have too, Judy, that you need to give someone a basic method of operation, a simple daily method of operation, and a success system. And that's what we've created. And that's what's really, this is like the cornerstone of the Live Younger success system, is now nitty gritty basics and nitty gritty 101. So thank you, Judy.
And thank you for creating this.
Mhm.
I think we've all, probably everybody on this Zoom has tried to be creative and do it their way.
Uh-huh.
I have, probably you have, and here is the fastest, shortest, cleanest track to run on.
Mhm.
So underneath, now let's get started. Nitty Gritty Basics website was designed to help you orient quickly and easily to all that the company and our Live Younger team have to offer. Get the basics you need for a solid and successful quick start. And for more in-depth information, visit nittygritty101.com. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, it tells you to scroll down. And so we have the sun story, your stem cells, and this comes straight from the liveyounger.com website that you created before we had the app. If you scroll down some more, there we are, David Schmidt, the clinical studies. People love to know about clinical studies. You can just click there. Welcome to LifeWave, the mission, et cetera, and then David's words about success.
Beautiful.
All right, so that's just a nice overview for a brand new person. And then if we look at the navigation bar, across, I did it in this order. Oh, by the way, at the very top, you'll notice historic breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology. That's at the top of every single page. And if it's like a subliminal message, this is the phrase, this is the phrase, use the phrase, it has power. So back to the navigation bar, from left to right, we have welcome. People have ordered their patches. And while they're waiting for their first order to arrive, of course, we want to learn about the patches so they have time to explore this between placing the order and its arrival. That's when the excitement is greatest. Then they can also explore the videos while they're waiting for their order to arrive. So it gives them something to do. And while you're on this page, you can just scroll down. And there's our wonderful Robin Blanc-Mascari with that great, fabulous interview with Dr. Nicholas Tivoli, which introduces all the LifeWave patches. Now, we do know that our focus, Gregory, is on, as well, everybody knows this, not just you, Gregory, is, it's a single product focus in a multi-product company. So why on a basic website did I include Robin's interview with Dr. Nicholas? I thought, customers are coming here, they're getting sample patches, the glutathione, the Eon, et cetera. And so this introduces them to all the patches. However, everybody knows I am single focus, X39 patch, love it. And of course, I throw in a few others because they're so incredible. But that's my thinking for the welcome, the patches, and the videos, something to do. Then if we click on the distributors, you'll recognize it's very similar to Nitty Gritty 101, but just less information in each. We won't click on each of these, Gregory, because of time. So I invite all of you to explore. If you have suggestions or thoughts, and especially if you think something is up there that doesn't need to be there, I'm all for subtraction with Nitty Gritty Basics. Please let Robin or Gregory know about that. So we have the welcome letters, a Zoom schedule, getting started, daily method of operation, enrolling distributors, stay active or qualified with a star, the 3 phases of the comp plan, how to get paid. Let's not go into detail on those right now, Gregory.
You will just click on getting started, because this might be the place that your new distributor would go to. And here we discuss our success system. And then we have the quick start checklist. And this is, probably if after you've sent them the getting started options, and they've decided which package to come in with. This should be the next thing you send somebody, is begin with, the quick start checklist. So this really just like, it's kind of, we had the getting started guide, which is very robust and people love it because there's a lot of training in there, but some people just want to get started. So we created the quick start checklist, and we've kind of gone through the same metamorphosis, I guess you could say.
Yes.
One, it has all of this in there, and now we have just the basics. And so
Yes.
the quick start checklist really is the key to getting somebody off to a quick start.
And that, I'm glad you said, let's open this, Gregory. Because we also included the quick start checklist in the welcome letter to distributors. So one way or the other, they are going to find this quick start checklist.
You're right, because here's the welcome letter that theoretically every distributor should have, new distributor should have received from their enroller, right? And that's you, folks. And then we've got the quick start, the same exact content, but it's designed so you can just, copy and paste it to an email, personalize it with your name and their name and information, and off to a fast start they go. So it's all right here for them.
And this is something else that we can do with a brand new distributor while they're waiting for their order, because that's when anticipation is high. If somebody's enrolled as a distributor, they want to earn money. There's no two ways about it. That was why they became a distributor. So we can go through that with them while they're waiting. Perfect,
Exactly.
Gregory.
And thanks for pointing out, you don't have to send the getting started checklist, the quick start checklist, because it's right in the letter. And so they download the app, they watch the short tutorials in the training section. They practice sending a video to you, their sponsor, and we make sure they get on the monthly subscription and ensures their bonus. And then they begin practicing our simple daily method of operation. So,
get into action quickly. That's why you created this, right?
That's exactly right. So that's the distributor section. And then you want to comment about the customer section, Judy?
Yes, let's look at the customer section. Once again, we have the welcome letter, the Zoom schedule, because especially that column on the left, if we click on that, there we are, product oriented, business oriented. So you can invite, you don't just send people, your customers here, you invite them, you show them, you give them a little tour, like the first time to your home, And so product oriented, great for guests. And the sooner we can get our customers onto these product oriented calls, the better. On this, under customers, that's all that's there. Whereas under distributors, why don't we go back to distributors now and click on the weekly Zoom schedule. You'll see the same chart. But on this page, you will find this plus, and if you scroll down, the text reminders for the Live Younger Zooms, and subscribe to the Live Younger text reminders. And we didn't include that for the customers. And this is in the quick start checklist. All right, back to our tab, our drop down under customers, Gregory. So we have the weekly Zoom schedule. Let's click on the preferred customer perks, because I think Robin mentioned on Saturday on our training call that about 64% of people join as a customer. Was that, is my memory correct?
Yeah, she actually said statistically of the top 3% income earners in our profession, in our industry, marketing, 64% of them started first as a customer.
I'm so glad I brought that up and you clarified it. That is significant. Really and Robin started as a customer. I started as a customer.
There you go. So we're the 64%.
Yes. Yes. So I'm very fond of this new preferred customer program. And
by the way, just so folks know, on August 21st, we're going to be launching the Preferred Customer Plus. They've made some fine tuning and enhancements and simplification of the preferred customer program. And that's just a little over 4 weeks from now. That's going to be released. So we're very excited about, our preferred customer program and, and the evolution it's going to go through in about 30 days.
Okay, and if you scroll up just above that, Gregory, I did mention a reminder that the PC program is still in beta testing in North America. I could add that it's going to be officially launched. But thank you for mentioning that. So that's just a quick intro for preferred customer program. If you scroll down below that, I know we're at 9:20, so we'll just wrap this up. Overview of the PC free samples, how it works. And then below that, I created patch benefits and placements because I wanted customers to know what to do with their glutathione. What are the benefits? How do I put it on? What will I feel? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's useful, I think, for distributors and customers, actually. And it's the same format for each one of them.
Beautiful.
I find that very useful. Back to our drop-down menu under customers. And then we have enrolling customers. If we click there. So retail customer or preferred, retail customer benefits, preferred customer benefits. How to know if someone should enroll as customer or as distributor. Ask this simple question. Once again, thanks to Dr. Sarah Glenn for this. A doctor in linguistics, I believe it is. And so she fine-tuned this question. Are you open to sharing the patches with others and earning money? Or words to that effect, but keep it simple. And then they divide. It's like one will say, I want to try them for myself first, then enroll them as a customer. And I added customers do not have a position on the binary tree. Customers can earn free products, but not money. And if they reply yes, then enroll them as a distributor. And they have a position on the binary tree. So that kind of divides the two and everybody knows what it is. And then we can enroll customers online, enroll customers by phone, not distributors, but customers. And below that is this great PDF that Connie created for us, how to enroll a preferred customer. Beautiful. And then finally, let's just click on what's new. It's a simplified version of the what's new. I'm personally very fond of Acres of Diamonds right now. I listened to it years ago. I've listened to it 5 times in the last 2 weeks, and every time I just go, this is brilliant. 10 minutes long. So on this page, you will find Live Younger news, LifeWave news, upcoming events, Live Younger and corporate, with a printable flyer for Colorado Live Younger events. So Live Younger news, making sure that nobody misses a Zoom call. And just above that, Gregory, in the blue, we have the Live Younger newsletter. Click here for this week's edition, so nobody misses it.
Oh, wonderful.
And then it kind of follows the same format as with Nitty Gritty 101. It's short, succinct. It's just I think this is just a great introduction. And as you know, Gregory, I'm very fond of that image I found. I feel like making dreams come true, for myself and most of all for other people. Network marketing is a win-win. So I think we're at the 9:24, Gregory. We were aiming for 20 minutes, but I hope all of you enjoy Nitty Gritty Basics. I hope you find it as useful and fun as I do. I know I sure had fun creating it. And thank you to all the distributors who have given ideas and suggestions for how to make Nitty Gritty Basics and 101 the best we can be. And my motto is always listen like you've never listened before. And that's how our Nitty Gritty came to be. And so once again, finally,
Judy, everybody's homework is to listen to Earl Nightingale.
I hope you. Oh, and the 12 points at the end, he talks about being prepared, Gregory, and that's your first step. And he says, whatever workplace you're in, You have to be prepared. You have to know your industry, and for us it's network marketing, your company, for us it's LifeWave and our Live Younger team, and you need to know people. You need to know people and how to talk to people. So thank you for inviting me, Gregory. I hope you all have a great time with Nitty Gritty Basics and that it accelerates your business. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Judy. Well done. Woohoo!
All thanks to you and Robin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll say goodbye now, or at least I'll turn my camera off.
Okay. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
So
Is it my turn?
Yes, your turn. So I'll bring the newsletter back up, and great job, Judy. So let's see this.
Before we jump into what's next, I bow to you, Judy. I bow to you. We are so incredibly grateful. You have saved us so much time. If you're talking, you're pointing to a tool from Darren Hardy. And thank you, Judy and Gregory. You guys do an amazing job on Saturday morning on the trainings. And I love it that you guys work so beautifully together. It makes me very happy. So thanks. Okay.
My pleasure.
I love it. I love being a participant. So story of the week. Oh my gosh. When I first heard this story, it brought me to tears when I was on the phone with Tammy, because she grew up dancing. And it was a form of like a tap dancing, I forget, I think it was called buck dancing. And she wasn't able to dance. And she said, so please read her story. I'm new here and wanted to share my experience. I have suffered from back issues since I was 30. She's now 52. And she's had 4 neck surgeries, knee surgeries, hip replacement, suffered all the time for years and years and years. And she couldn't dance anymore. And now she can dance again. So please read her story. It's just a gift to everyone when, she is in such joy, and she is the winner every week during the summer. We are awarding a winner of the person whose story on Vibrant Living gets the greatest engagement. So we send a sleeve of X39 and some gift cards. So please post your stories, and please engage in the stories that are up there. Comment, like them. All those things make a difference. And I do want to remind everyone, when you bring someone new to Vibrant Living, please have them watch the video, the posted video with the guidelines. Because this week, I don't know why this week, we had so many people that we had to take their posts down because they were not compliant. I'll just leave it at that. Let's move on, Gregory.
Okay. And tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is Dr. Barbara, chiropractor. Everyone loves Dr. Barbara, and she is a gift to all of us, and she'll be joining us in Fort Collins and Denver, I believe. So what a gem she is, and a contribution to our community. So tomorrow night, bring your guests. Great program to bring guests. It's an introduction to LifeWave and X39. And Gregory?
Yeah, well, then on Saturday morning, Judy and I will continue our Saturday morning distributor training, and we'll be talking about action step 1, prepare, and we'll be referring to Nitty Gritty Basics. So you can be sure of that, because that's going to be a new tool for helping new distributors get properly prepared and get off to a good start. And then to Robin, these last couple of weeks and for our Enlightened Networking 30 Minutes of Wisdom have been absolutely off the charts. Congratulations.
They've been amazing. Last week we had Janine Finney, the author, co-author with her daughter of the Flip Flop CEO, and the replay is there. You can go to her website. She's got a great offer for the books. She has a podcast called MLM You Decide, and she shared with us, and I've got several pages of the verbiage she used. So often people give someone a book, but they don't read it. And so she's created, 4 pages of, scripts of how you introduce the book so people will read it. Just read the first 3 chapters, because once they get engaged, it's all over. And so, she has such a passion for this profession, and she's here to help educate people, especially the skeptics, which is what she used to be. And when she learned about the business, she gets to be a CEO in her flip-flops and wants everyone to realize that, it's not about supporting someone else's dream when you have a job. It's about supporting your own, and you get to have freedom in our profession. And then the week before that, we had Terry Warner, and she talked about, the value of coaching to really propel your business to success. And she has offered a 4-week program for $59. The regular price was $149.95. It starts August 19th. And we have got a lot of people in our team enrolled. I am just thrilled. And there's a lot of you that have actually sponsored and given scholarships to some of your people. And she said to me, do you think it's tacky if I offer a free coaching session for the person who gives the most scholarships? And I said, no, that would be wonderful, because she's she's an incredibly valuable coach. Things shift in her presence, and people that have worked with her on this 4-week program, 20 to 400% growth in their business. So, if you cannot make it in the evening at 6 p.m., we will have a Facebook group, and we'll have replays and her handouts and everything that are gorgeous that'll be there. So we're going to start the 19th. There's room for more. We can take up to 100. We're not quite there. We got a nice big number. We definitely have over 50 already, and I know there's a whole bunch more coming in. So that is available for everybody. We just want to keep growing, everyone. What's next, Gregory?
Hey, and corporate and team events, we're very excited for the upcoming events, specifically in Colorado, where Robin and I are going to be there with our Colorado leaders. In actually not too long from now, next week, I guess it is. Oh my gosh, we're going to be in Colorado next week, in Fort Collins, in Denver, and in Denver at the Crown Plaza Hotel. We're going to be joined with Emily Hollingshead, our global director of sales. Simultaneous on August 7th in Branson, Missouri, there's going to be a corporate regional that Ryan Anderson will be at. And then on Sunday, we'll be down in Colorado Springs for another team event. Certainly we want everybody to register for the upcoming Amplify event, our summer summit in August, and that's on August 21st. Just a little under a month, about 4 weeks from now. So that's coming up soon. And there'll be keynotes with David and release of exciting new information. I don't think there's any new products being released, but there's going to be, there are always new information, and we're going to be launching the revised and enhanced, preferred customer program. So, and then good to know, something good to know is the new Nitty Gritty Basics, new training site for people that ties in with Nitty Gritty 101.
And I know people are like chomping at the bit to experience a new product. So in November at the corporate event in Orlando, you can attend live or virtually. What?
Maybe there'll be a new product then.
There will be a new product then. We know that. So lots of new things coming out. So we're lots going on, everyone.
So there's a simple, week at a glance, this week's upcoming events. And then we have our simple reminder text system. We now have business cards available, Live Younger business cards. Robin and I personally chose to use a Live Younger business card because when you pass a card out to somebody, they're not immediately going to go Google LifeWave and end up in somebody else's business. It's going to track them back to you. You may or may not choose to use that card, but they're available very inexpensively through Vistaprint. Also with retractable banners, there's notepads, and there'll be other things coming down the pipe. And I know very soon the company's going to be launching their own resource center where you'll be able to buy LifeWave shirts, hats, and everything else. And that's in the works. So that'll be coming. Maybe they'll be launching that next, at the summit. So that pretty much wraps it up for tonight, Robin. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to share before we bring this call in for a landing here.
I can't think of anything. I just want to thank Judy. I mean, like I've said so many times, Nitty Gritty is filled with your joy, and you're always adding new things. And so when you go to Nitty Gritty, go to what's new first, because there's always treasures there, and beautiful quotes and books and wonderful treasures. So thank you, Judy, and thank you, Gregory.
Beautiful.
And thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Wonderful to have you. And this will be up Wednesday on our Live Younger YouTube channel. And so that's where you can find, if you don't make things live, it's available on our YouTube channel.
And it's available on our Facebook, private Facebook group after this call's over.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone. Thanks you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.